able to repair and compensate the person that you damaged if it happened under your care and if you broke something. And so oftentimes we do not do that. So this ended up being a real good lesson for my son, one that he learned. And he learned that if I am going to borrow something from someone, I have to be able to replace it. And thankfully, I'm so glad that he ended up getting that lesson, ended up doing even more with it. That I ended up even having the pleasure to go shoot with him, whether it was shooting his cousin, my nephew's wedding with my son. We ended up taking a trip to that very Golden Gate Bridge that I mentioned. We took a trip up the coast together, shooting photos our entire trip. To this day, it's probably one of the best vacations I've ever had in my life. We just went, stopped, and hit some old stomping grounds in the Bay Area, but to walk across the Golden Gate Bridge, shoot some photos. He even got a photo of me that I've always loved, right there with the Golden Gate Bridge in the backdrop. That's been our kind of family bridge. That let us know we're out west. That gave me that desire to move out west. So it's just something to look at how all of that went full circle. To look at in 2010, when I'm up there writing about giving my kids a camera and who knows kind of what's going to blow out and what's going to come of it, who knows their perspective of the world that will come out of it, that we would get so many lessons. Dad, make your kids, sometimes you got to make people mad, and sometimes you may even feel like a hypocrite because you might have been given some grace in some areas. And sometimes the graceful thing is to teach a lesson in the longer term. This is something that we can uniquely do, and why it's good for children to have two parents. This is something that we often do that moms don't do. See, the nurturing thing would have been, that's okay, baby. I understand you broke my camera. Mistakes happen. Be mad, be fuming about it. Go post about it on social media about, I can't believe these kids, blah, 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 blah. But instead, we handled that the man way. The man way was, it's nothing to be mad about. It's nothing to punish you about. Matter of fact, we don't even have to discuss it anymore. You just pay for what you've broken and we move on and we actually make it better. Men, you're going to be paying the price for a lot of mistakes that you may make in your life. Ask me how I know. You may be paying for getting that girl knocked up. You may be paying as a teenager, and I've sat across the table for many teenage men and their girlfriend was in there getting an ultrasound. And to see the fear on their face of how am I going to get out of this? What am I going to do? I don't know. I really feel like I made a mistake. And to tell those men, don't end up making a permanent decision because you made a temporary bad decision. That, yeah, you're going to pay the price, but just be willing to pay and take care of it as a man. Some of us men are going to be paying the price even for divorce. You're going to be writing that check every month because you may look at a decision that you made 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 years ago. Just write that check and just consider the price that you pay in order for a decision that you made. We don't want to call everything a mistake, but sometimes it's a decision that you made that you now have to sincerely pay the cost for. And so, as my son did back then, and as I'm still learning in life, you're going to pay the cost for many decisions that you made. But what good are you going to look back 14, 15 years from now? You may end up seeing a lot more good than what you're seeing in the situation today. Like and subscribe for more. Tales from the Dad Side. Every black man has a story. I look forward to sharing more with you. Some of my past blog posts, I look forward to breaking those down. So until next time, y'all, peace.